Hi everybody. So what I want to show you today is my take on the 3-inch toothpick concept. So first of all, why would you build a 3-inch toothpick? Because these regular 65mm toothpicks already give you almost everything you want. They handle really nice, they have good flight times, and they are really quiet. The only thing they're missing is, of course, HD footage. It's kind of difficult to carry around these Runcam split or Caddx Total type cameras because they add 15 grams of weight, and on a 35 to 40 gram build, 15 grams is quite a handicap. I have a version of this Calimero frame that can handle the Caddx Turtle V2, but you kind of notice the weight. Although it still flies quite good, it's not perfect, and this is where this comes into play. This is pretty much a big toothpick. The frame is a TrueX 120mm carbon frame that I designed. This doesn't have too many special features. One is that the carbon fiber actually goes completely through both arms. That's why you have this little X here, so it's uninterrupted. I choose not to have too many mounting options. Instead, I will make 3 different versions: 16x16, 20x20, and whoop style. So the idea is that I can optimize each one for stability and weight without having to compromise to put more holes and mounting options in it. It's got some space, so the USB is accessible here, so it works only with 3 mounts, which seems to work fine. The motor mounts are 9 to 12mm 4-hole mounting pattern, so they work for 1103 to these bigger. I mean, you could even put 1408s in theory on this frame, but that doesn't make much sense in my opinion. And in terms of electronics, so the thing that really enables these concepts to work is the new all-in-one boards we have. With a crazy beam with a 5 amp rating, this just wouldn't be possible. This build pulls around 35 amps max, and this Beta FPV 12 amp 4S board can handle this without any issues. I flew like 5 or 6 packs until now without any problem, so these new boards are really cool. I also have the Gap RC coming, and I think they are the same board, probably the same OEM behind. So far they work really well, and I'm really happy with it. Of course I have the HD cam. This is the Caddx Turtle V2 here. That's why we need the second board. The annoying thing about these cameras is that they have only 20x20 mounts, so I needed to design a little TPU adapter that goes between the boards, so it fits on the style mounts. For so far this works quite okay. I will make some improvements to have a little bit more stability here, but still this is more or less a quite compact package. Here inside the little pod I have the TBS Nano 32 400mW VTX, so you have a really good range paired with a Crossfire Nano RX. This is really good, so you don't need to care about fail-safes. You have a really good range. This is a really cool package in a tiny quad. The motors are 1404, as I already mentioned, so somewhere in between what we usually have on 3-inch quads. Like, let me compare this here. This is a really beautiful RCing 1506 motor compared to the 1404. It looks huge, but still the 1404 compared to the 1103 looks huge, so this is kind of somewhere in the middle. It comes in at, so the DYS here comes in at 8.5 grams without the wires, 10 grams with wires, so you have 40 grams of motors on a quad that weighs 87 grams, which is insane. It's almost only motors, 50% motors, and it's incredibly powerful. If you fly it, it's a lot of fun. Even one of these motors is heavier than the entire frame. The frame is just, since this frame is just 7.5 grams, so this is a crazy fast concept. In terms of props, these are, in my opinion, the best ones I have tried so far. These are the Jamfan 3-blade props. I have tried the 2-blade props too, but they gave me some jello in the footage, so the 3 blades are better in my opinion. I initially wanted to try the Avon props too. They look really cool, and apparently they're really good, but unfortunately they just don't fit on these 1404 motors. The bell is too big. It just doesn't go in between the blades here, so it doesn't fit. But I'm quite happy with the gem fan here. They work really well in terms of batteries. So I bought 2 dedicated batteries for this quad first to try them out. 453S and 653S, both tattoo batteries. So far the 450 felt much better. I don't know if it's the weight. My hypothesis right now is that it's more the shape that makes this battery fly better. So it's a nice little square shape. This goes perfectly under this quad here that has a really small footprint to begin with. So if you put this flat, bigger battery underneath, it just sticks out a lot. While this little square battery just nicely hides under the frame. So I suppose that's why it just handles much better. I will have to try a few other batteries from other manufacturers. Maybe they have a better shape than the 650. But overall, with a 450, this thing flies really well, and I'm really happy with it. The HD footage looks cool, and what I'm also looking forward to is when the new Caddx Tarsier will come, so we can have 4K footage and a separate lens for our FPV footage. So I'm designing something here to fit this camera that will come soon as I have the new Caddx camera with the 4K. But for now, let's look at some flying footage of this little guy.
Alright, so let's go. These punch outs are not bad at all for such a tiny quad. This thing has some power. It pulls around 35 amps on the punch outs, which is no problem for the board to handle. The footage is surprisingly smooth in my opinion. It doesn't look like it's filled with such a tiny quad. These are Betaflight 3.5 stock pits, just because I couldn't flash anything else. I had problems getting into bootloader mode, probably because of some driver issues on my laptop, but it flew quite well, even though I had a little bit of prop wash. Yeah, so I'm really happy with this. Also, it's been pretty quiet. As you can see, I'm just flying around while my girlfriend chills right next to me reading her book, without bothering her, without bothering the neighbors or bothering anyone. So this thing is really cool, and again, he's one of those big punch outs where you see him gaining altitude quite quick. So there was a lot of fun with this tiny little thing. Boom, another punch out, and yeah, here's another spot, and again a big punch out showing you what this thing can do. You can see it shoot up, getting some altitude. Alright, so guys, thanks for watching. Check out my Thingiverse page and the links below.